And when you divorce women and they have, nearly, fulfilled their term, either retain them according to acceptable terms or release them according to acceptable terms, and do not keep them, intending harm, to transgress, against them. And whoever does that has certainly wronged himself. And do not take the verses of Allah in jest. And remember the favor of Allah upon you and what has been revealed to you of the book, i.e., the Quran, and wisdom, i.e., the Prophet's Sunnah, by which he instructs you. And fear Allah and know that Allah is knowing of all things. And when you divorce women and they have fulfilled their term, do not prevent them from remarrying their former husbands if they, i.e., all parties, agree among themselves on an acceptable basis. That is instructed to whoever of you believes in Allah and the last day. That is better for you and purer, and Allah knows and you know not. Mothers may nurse, i.e., breastfeed, their children 2 complete years for whoever wishes to complete the nursing, period. Upon the father is their, i.e., the mother's, provision and their clothing according to what is acceptable. No person is charged with more than his capacity. No mother should be harmed through her child, and no father through his child. And upon the father's heir is a duty, like that of the father. And if they both desire weaning through mutual consent from both of them and consultation, there is no blame upon either of them. And if you wish to have your children nursed by a substitute, there is no blame upon you as long as you give payment according to what is acceptable. And fear Allah and know that Allah is seeing of what you do. And those who are taken in death among you and leave wives behind, they, the wives, shall wait 4 months and 10 days. And when they have fulfilled their term, then there is no blame upon you for what they do with themselves in an acceptable manner. And Allah is fully aware of what you do. There is no blame upon you for that to which you, indirectly, allude concerning a proposal to women or for what you conceal within yourselves. Allah knows that you will have them in mind. But do not promise them secretly except for saying a proper saying. And do not determine to undertake a marriage contract until the decreed period reaches its end. And know that Allah knows what is within yourselves, so beware of Him. And know that Allah is forgiving and forbearing. There is no blame upon you if you divorce women you have not touched nor specified for them an obligation. But give them a gift of compensation, the wealthy according to his capability and the poor according to his capability, a provision according to what is acceptable, a duty upon the doers of good. And if you divorce them before you have touched them and you have already specified for them an obligation, then give half of what you specified, unless they forego the right or the one in whose hand is the marriage contract forgoes it. And to forego it is nearer to righteousness. And do not forget graciousness between you. Indeed Allah, of whatever you do, is seeing.
Maintain with care the obligatory prayers and, in particular, the middle, i.e., asr, prayer and stand before Allah, devoutly obedient. And if you fear an enemy, then pray, on foot or riding. But when you are secure, then remember Allah, in prayer, as He has taught you that which you did not, previously, know.
And those who are taken in death among you and leave wives behind, for their wives is a bequest, maintenance for 1 year without turning them out. But if they leave, of their own accord, then there is no blame upon you for what they do with themselves in an acceptable way. And Allah is exalted in might and wise.